Here's the 6 type of stocks that every investor needs to know of. As you get in the stock market, I want you to understand something, man. Stocks aren't stocks, right? They all fall under a certain category, and you need to understand the category. Now, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you and talk to you about the type of stock that I love the most because they serve me at the highest level. So before we get into it, man, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also just leave a comment. So first and foremost, we all know about the blue chip type of stocks. So these are your well-established companies that have been around for a while, that truly just they're gonna be there for us. We look at those companies like they even may pay a dividend, right? They'll pay a dividend, right? But they're not known for that. They're known for the brand name. So we talk about companies like your Home Depots and your Walmart. And I'll be real with you, your Apples. Because Apple is no longer in growth mode, I consider Apple a great blue chip company. So that's your Home Depots, your Walmarts, your Apples, your companies like that, your IBMs, well-established companies. Now, what I will tell you is we are not investing in companies just because of the name, right? We want them to have some value to them, right? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like AT&T. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them, right? So we want those well-established companies that's been around. These are your blue chips. Now, if you're a new investor, it's great to even start off with your blue chips, right? Because you know for sure that these companies are going to perform. They're not going to run away from you, but you can get great performance. You can grow your money over time, even like your Costco, right? But I personally like Costco not only as a blue chip, but I personally like Costco as a dividend. Right now, it doesn't fit when we talk about your next class, which is your income stocks. These are stocks that pay you dividends, right? And they've been growing that dividend for some time. They can fall under these other 3 categories, which is your dividend contender, dividend kings, and your dividend aristocrats, right? These are companies that have been paying dividends for 10 years, 20 years, and then 20 or better, 25 or better. So your dividend, contenders, kings, and aristocrats. So that's good. So in here, in your income stocks, these are your dividend payers, and this may be your Exxon Mobils, your Prologis, your Stags, your Iron Mountain, these type of companies. I actually like Costco to fall under the blue chip and the dividend. Now, the dividend for Costco isn't a huge dividend yield, but the yield and the dividend can be misinterpreted, right? So why I like Costco as a great income stock is because every so many years, Costco gives us an amazing special dividend. Like last year, they gave us one for $10. So you got a dividend, you got a $10 dividend for every share you owned, and I wound up getting $6,000 from them. Do what you want with that information. So that's the difference, because all blue chip companies don't do that. I like Costco because they do that. So I would definitely put Costco under my income stock. Next, we'll have the defensive stocks. Now, these are your stocks that most so perform no matter what the market is doing. Now, all your blue chip stocks won't do that. All your income stocks won't do that. Your defensive stocks will perform no matter what the market is doing, and most of them will pay you dividends. So for me, I like companies like Lockheed Martin. I like companies like Raytheon Technology. I will put Costco and Walmart. They can fall in there, depends on what you have. Now listen, a company can fall in more than one category. No matter what's going on in the economy, people gonna do what? Go to Walmart, go to Costco. Why? Memberships. Walmart also owns Sam's, right? So we understand that, like we know that. So I like those. I like those defensive plays for us. We can dig deeper into that. We can look at other companies when it comes to defense. Let's see, man, like McDonald's. McDonald's can be a good defensive stock. You know why? Because even in the pandemic, we saw McDonald's still had a long line. Even during the pandemic, we saw McDonald's still had a long line. Why? People just wanted to do what? Get something quick and easy to cook for them, even though you know it's poison. Now, I didn't do it, but I think McDonald's can fall under a good defensive stock. Remember, it's a stock that will perform no matter what. Next, we have your cyclical stocks. Now, these are the stocks that perform well depending on the economic environment, right? So think about Disney. They don't perform well in every environment. Think about this. Nike doesn't perform well. You may say, well, people always buy Nike. Well, when people having a crunch for their money, would they rather just use the shoes that they have? Or they willing to go drop $100, $200 on some new pair of shoes? Remember, companies like Bookings Holdings, TripAdvisors, Marriott, Airbnb, right? These are companies that perform well when people have, watch the keyword I'm about to say here, disposable income. Disposable income. So when the economy has disposable income, when people having more disposable income, these are the stocks that will often do well. So you want to be mindful of how you navigate, right? So there'll be opportunities with these stocks where you'll be able to get them at a dip. Like DB, I remember when early in the year, now I'm not a fan of it, but I remember Nike was like $89. And I was like, if you're a Nike fan, that might be a good opportunity. And then it shot up to like 120 something. You know what I'm saying? Bookings Holding, TripAdvisor. Like people not taking trips, people not booking hotels in a pandemic or in some type of economic downturn. But when the economy is changing, guess what? These stocks gonna do what? Go up. Cruise lines. Right now, I'm not a fan of that, but the cruise lines are definitely part of that. Next, you got penny stocks. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. These are stocks that are under $5. They're never on my list. They're never on my list at all. I don't like to play that game. I don't care about them. It's not a thing. I often tell people to stay away from them, but what the hell do I know? Nobody don't listen to me. You're going to do what you want to do anyway. And lastly, growth stocks. Growth stocks are a company that often don't pay dividends, and you're paying for the growth. Now, these companies will truly have high PE ratios. So for me, that's your Amazons, your Nvidias, your CrowdStrikes. I would even go so far as saying Microsoft still has a lot of growth in it. Even though Facebook just converted to paying a dividend, I still think they have a lot of growth in it. Companies like Supermicrochip, right? Growth company. DraftKings, growth company. Uber, growth company. These are the companies that have extreme growth, and you often pay a premium for these companies because they have growth. Now, I said at the end of this video, I was going to talk about what I like more than all of those companies. I like growth stocks, and here's why. Yes, you won't get the dividend. And like companies like Nvidia and Microsoft do pay you a dividend. Facebook now pays a dividend, but most oftentimes they don't pay dividends. Your Googles, your CrowdStrikes, where the growth is because the company is rather saying, yo, I'll take this money and throw it back into the company to grow this company. The reason why I like growth stocks more than anything right now, especially right now, is because we're watching the world transition into this super technology phase. And what we're watching the world do is grow at a high level. We're watching this world grow. And right now, we can be a part of that growth. And we can be a part of that growth in such an amazing way. So definitely, I love growth stocks. I think right now my portfolio consists of 80% of growth stocks, maybe 98, about 80% of growth stocks in my portfolios because I'm banking on growth. So I'm 41 years old right now. So I feel like I got at least another 20 years to bank on growth before I pivot over to more income. But I think growth stocks are definitely should be a heavy catalyst, especially if you're looking at data centers, you're looking at chip makers, you're looking at cybersecurity. This is where the growth is. Gambling, we see this is where the growth is. Cloud, anything that's pushing growth or anything we see that the new world is going to, that is where I am betting. I'm betting on the future of America, man. So I hope you got a lot of value from this. Let's go through it again, man. Blue chip companies, income companies, blue chip stocks, income stocks, defensive stocks, cyclical stocks, penny stocks, and growth stocks. Now, I hope you got a lot of value from this. Comment below. Tell us how you feel about it. Tell us what's your favorite type of stock and why. Let's discover what it is. And you may say something down there that may spark another video. That's why we need y'all to comment, man. So make sure you like, make sure you share. Also, man, make sure you tap into Trapping Tuesday. This is my show on the Wallstreet Looks Like Us Now network on this YouTube. Go over there, check it out. Also, make sure you download it on all podcast platforms, man. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Salute. I'll see you in the next video.